What's up? What's up out there, everybody? This is the Olosopher, ready to give you some more Olosophy. And what I want to talk to y'all about right now is, parents, and like I said, and every, parents, politicians, anybody, that's a neighborhood representative or, you know, uh, everybody that's, over kids, namely parents and community leaders and stuff like that. Stop blaming athletes and entertainers for your child's shortcomings. Okay? Parents, stop blaming athletes and entertainers for your children's shortcomings. Okay? Because let me tell you something. Yeah, and I'm not saying like I'm now on that Charles Barkley tip. We are not a role model and stuff like that. I'm not on that Charles Barkley tip. Okay? But because I do believe athletes and entertainers have a small amount of responsibility. Like they have a small responsibility in your child's development. Okay, your child may look up to that athlete, your child may look up to that entertainer, but it's up to you as a parent. Okay, you have to hold parental discretion and say, look, this athlete or this entertainer is a human being, just like you and I. They're going to make mistakes. Okay, they're going to say some things that you're not going to agree with, and they're going to do some things that you're not going to agree with. Okay, but you as a parent got to have parental discretion. So like I said, stop letting the athletes and stop letting these entertainers on TV raise your children. Because see, you don't want to accept any responsibility as a parent and say, you messed up as a parent by not spending time with your child, not communicating with your child. Okay, you want to blame it on an individual that you never, ever, ever seen in your life. Okay, the only interaction that you had with that athlete is through a 55-inch or through a 40-inch or through a 30-inch screen. Okay, through a television. That's the only connection you, your child, and that athlete and that entertainer has had with you and your child. So how can you expect them to play a father figure or a male or female role model in your children's life? Where's the parental discretion? That's just like I said, it's a scapegoat for lazy parenting. Okay, now me growing up, my father, my mother, they allowed me, to listen to NWA. I'm not, don't get me wrong. I wasn't 4 and 5 years old, reciting a whole, what I'm saying, Boys in the Hood song or nothing like that when I was, as a young kid. But when I got of age, when I got about 10 or 11 years old, I was listening to NWA. I would listen to, Public Enemy. I listen to Ice Cube. I'm listening to Ice-T, 6 in the morning and stuff like that. My mother and father didn't come to me and say, oh my God, cover your ears. You're not going to listen to that crap. No, what they told me is like, look, okay, you got to understand. They may rap about that stuff, but you understand. Are they living that life? Are they going out there living their lyrics that they reciting? So they use parental discretion. They sat me down. They communicated with me. Yeah, I looked up to athletes growing up, but my mother and father, when I seen athletes make mistakes when I was growing up, they sat me down and said, listen, don't get heartbroken. That athlete is a human being. This is the same thing parents today should be telling these athletes. Should telling your kids. Okay? And the media don't make it any better because they kill me with this old fake outrage. Like, oh my God, the kids, you got so many kids looking up to you. No. Kids should look up to their parents. Okay? My role model got up at 4 o'clock every morning, man. My role model got up at 4 o'clock every morning and came home at 6 p.m. dead tired to put food on the table and put clothes on my back and a roof over my head. My role model, was a female that got up every morning. She went to work. She made sure food was on the table, clothes was on our back, and the roof was over our head. Okay? She made sure, my mother and father made sure those were our role models. Okay? Those were the people that, that sat me down and told me who these people were. Not that they're bad people, not that they're good people. They're just people that's just gonna make mistakes. Okay, you can't put all your eggs in that person's basket that you never even met. Okay, that's lazy parenting. Okay? So don't let the media be that buffer or anybody else be that buffer between you and that athlete saying like, blame the athlete for your child's shortcoming. Blame that entertainer for your child's shortcoming. You have to take responsibility as a parent. Sit them down. Let them know, like, look, just because Lil Wayne, do what he do doesn't mean your 12-year-old child got to do the same thing. That's Lil Wayne's lifestyle. He's rapping about a lifestyle, okay? that rapper or that entertainer is living a certain lifestyle, doesn't mean your child got to live that lifestyle. You know, your child don't have to live that. You have to sit that child down and say, listen, they are here to entertain. Theater of the mind. They're here to entertain you. You do not have to live that lifestyle. They just entertaining the thought. Okay? When you got your child that's an athlete, they look up to an athlete. If an athlete go out here and make a mistake, like a human mistake, a human error, okay? You as a parent have to sit that child down and say, listen, you can make the same mistake. I can make the same mistake. Look, learn from their mistakes, okay? But don't sit up here as parents and say, oh my God, I'm going to cover my child's ears up and not let my child subscribe to this. Let me tell you something. Your child need that. Remember I said this in a couple segments ago. Raise your children in reality. Stop raising them in this falsehood or what something might be. Tell your kids something. Tell your kids what they need to hear instead of what you want them to hear. You know what I'm saying? Because they're going to find it out anyway in the long run. And that's why a lot of these kids had these mental breakdowns. Because you done shelter them from reality. Okay, if you riding around in a car, okay, I'm not saying like a child is 3 years old and stuff like that. I'm not saying that. But if you got a child that's of age, and your child hears some curse words over the radio, don't sit up here or anywhere else. Don't sit up here and get mad and chastise the words that's coming out that person's mouth. Okay? And then stop acting as if your child never heard this before. Okay? Again, that's your own narcissism. That is your own narcissism. That's your narcissistic way of saying like, oh, this is not going to be mine. Yes, it is going to be yours. Because those are the ones that turn out. And I'm going to tell y'all something. Remember, open up that third eye. Become a cyclops, y'all. Those same people, I'm going to tell you, those are the people you need to watch out for. Them same people that say, well, I ain't never said a curse word, or I never let my children. Yeah, let me tell y'all something about people like that. Those are the same people, if you go in their house, they got about 5 dead children in their basement. Okay? They got more skeletons in their closet than a laboratory, than a morgue. Okay? Don't listen. Those are the people you need to watch out for, because those are the people that's willing to do you harm. Okay? They got you looking one way while they doing something to you another way. It's like to throw that rock and hide their hand. It's the bait and switch. Okay? Don't fall for that, y'all. Okay? Raise your children in reality. Have some parental discretion. Stop letting the TV and entertainers and athletes, stop letting the television, stop letting the media raise your children. Take some responsibility, man. Take some responsibility. Okay? These athletes, these people out here live a lifestyle that you don't have to live. Okay? Be a parent. Raise your children. Raise them in reality. Stop letting somebody from a TV tube raise your children and look for an excuse for every time your child and you have a shortcoming. Again, this is the Olosopher giving you some Olosophy. Speaking from the third eye. Cyclops. I'm going to tell the world what's up and y'all do the same.